5.
Good morning, everybody. Glad you could join us again today on this snowy day in Ohio. For those of you who may be new to our program, I am Rita Bowling from Wutan Center here in Akron, Ohio. And I, with my colleagues Anthony and Stu, are here to help you get started with a little bit of exercise this morning and hopefully try to make you feel a little energized to get through the rest of the day. So we're building on a routine that you could use for every day, every other day, however often you want to do it. But so we'll just get started with that. Our first exercise is a breathing exercise. So just stand comfortably, your hands by your side. We're going to take deep breaths as we go through this. Take a deep breath in and out. And reverse the hands, breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. In, out. In and out. Go through it once more. Breathe in, out, in, and out. Okay, next in our routine are arm swings. So now give yourself a little bit wider stance with your feet about shoulder width apart and your feet facing straight forward. And we're just going to swing our arms from side to side. Make sure you're moving at your waist when we do this. Okay, the second one, put both hands across your chest. Next one is one hand over your shoulder and the other over your chest. Okay, the last one is one hand over your shoulder, the other one up your back. Okay, good. How you doing? Hanging in there? Good. All right. All right, now we're going to do some arm swings. So you've been working on this. We'll start with our right side. Put your right foot forward. Back leg is straight. Front leg is bent. And now you're going to just circle forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now swing your arm backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now for the left side. So put your left foot forward and the right one back. Swing your left arm forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now, in case some of you are having trouble with the next exercise we do, which requires a little bit more coordination, I'm going to give you an intermediate kind of exercise that you can do to get your both arms moving at the same time, but independently. So this is kind of like a swimming motion. So we're going to use both arms, just one at a time, going forward. Make sure you're doing a full circle with each one. And make sure you're turning your body at the waist with each one. Okay, now take your arms backwards. 1. Okay, good. Now let's try our higher level exercise, which is the one that takes a little coordination because you're going in both directions at the same time. So both hands up in the air, right arm forward, left arm back, both down, left arm forward, both up, right forward, down, left forward, up, right forward, down, left forward, up. Now try to smooth that out a little bit. Okay, now hold both hands at the top. I'm going to reverse the hands. Left hand forward, down, right forward, up. Left forward, down, right forward, up. Left forward, down, right forward, up. Okay, keep going. Hold at the top. Just let both arms go down to the side. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, your wrists. Take a couple deep breaths. Palms up and raise your arms just a little bit. Okay, now start with your little finger, curl your hands into fists, up on your toes if you can, and then everything down. And just relax. Okay, we're going to give our arms a little bit of a rest and do a couple things with our legs now. The 7-star stretch, if you need to do this with a chair, or you could, I don't know, you could demonstrate just putting your toes up against the wall, like this.
So just
Yeah, and do it that way. You can do it that way, or hold on to a chair, hold on to the wall. Whatever you're comfortable with, if you have problems with your balance. Okay, so put one foot out with your toes up. If you can't put your toes up, don't worry about it, but we're trying to stretch out the back of our legs. So the more you can put your toes up, the more stretch you will feel. The opposite hand will go on the knee to help keep your knees straight. Put your other hand on your face and put your elbow down towards your toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. All right, now the other side. Opposite hand, and on your face, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Okay, one last exercise for our legs here. Give your feet a wider stance. Your feet should still be facing straight forward. And we're just going to go back and forth, side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you don't have to go real low, just go as low as you can and still feel comfortable. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Okay, last week we introduced a couple new exercises that I'd like to do again today. These are also breathing exercises and stretching. So just put your feet comfortably and hold your hands one behind the other in front of you. One hand is going to go up, the other one down. Press into the floor, turn this one over and press into the sky. And then both hands down and reverse. One up, one down, and press. Down, reverse, up, and press. Down, breathe in, out, breathe in, out, in, out, breathe in, out. Once more. In and out. Okay. And the second exercise we did last week was a little bit tougher. Again, if you can put your toes up a little bit on this one. With this hand, if you're not holding on to something, put this hand on your abdomen. Make a light fist, go down to your toes, and then come straight up in the air and twist to the side. Breathe out. Up. And down. Okay, now let's switch to the other side. Do some on that side. So toes up if you can, hand down, up, and stretch back. Down, up, and down. Okay. Good. All right, let's not forget our neck. Our neck gets really stiff and hard to turn sometimes, so let's make sure we're stretching that out. So first of all, just make sure you're up straight. Your neck and back are as straight as you possibly can. Pretend you have a string tied up to the ceiling that you're hanging from. And if you feel like you're leaning forward, try to just push your head back into your shoulders so that your spine and neck feel straight up and down. Then you can tip your head back a little bit. Back to central, and then forward. Up straight, make sure you're straight. Back. And down. Back. Neutral. And down. Back. And down. Okay, now bring it back to neutral center line. And now we're going to just tip like we're touching our ear to our shoulder. One side, back to normal. The other side. Try not to hitch your other shoulder up like this when you're doing this. Try to keep your shoulders nice and straight across. Just tilt your head. If you're finding that hard to do, make sure your neck is straight up and down before you do it. Makes it easier. One side, and then the other. Okay, and then one more exercise you can do with your neck is to turn your head from side to side. One side, and the other. Keeping everything else straight. Okay. Are you ready for anything? One last thing I'd like to do today is do some exercises that we introduced a couple sessions ago that kind of help us stretch out and also kind of massage our organs a little bit. So get your feet about shoulder width apart, bend your knees a little bit. They don't have to be bent a lot, but they just want to be soft so that you can move around. And then we're going to turn at the waist to about 45 degrees or to the corner, say to the corner of the room you're in. And then put your hands up like this. Try to get your elbows together if you can. If you can't, it's okay. But try to get from elbows to wrists together. Your hands open. And then don't go straight up and down, but lean your hands slightly forward. And we're just going to hold that and take a couple deep breaths. Okay, next, just keep your body where it's at. Just lift your arms straight up in the air. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms should look like a big U above your head. Deep breathing, deep breathing. Next, we'll just let your arms sink down. Your hands flat like you're carrying plates. Relax your shoulders and your elbows. You should feel some heaviness across your lower chest area. Now roll everything forward. Your shoulders go forward, hands pointed palm out, and press out a little bit. Keep your arms curved like a big circle. Now move your hands to the back. Keep your elbows bent, but press back and down into the floor. This is for your kidneys. So kind of pinch your elbows in towards each other, as well as down and back. Okay, now we're going to aim for the back corner, or as far around as you can get. One arm is extended out, the other one should be above your head just slightly and off to the side from your eyebrow. This helps in turning your head, just like the other exercises we just did. Now for your heart, just put the arm that was back straight up in the air and give it a twist. The other hand pushes down into the floor. This is for your heart. You should feel some stretch through your chest and arms. Okay, now bring your arm back down and go back as far as you can. Our goal is to reach toward the back wall. Flip your hand out so that it's the edge of your hand is toward the wall. Your other hand should be touching your elbow. Okay, now come back to the front. Just hold your pose there, your hands out, everything should be relaxed. And guess what? We have to do the other side so we can stay balanced. So turn to the corner, arms up together. Deep breaths. Keep your knees bent a little bit. Arms straight up in the air, shoulders relaxed. Okay, now bring your arms down. Shoulders should still be relaxed. Elbows relaxed, hands straight, flat. Okay, now curl everything forward. Shoulders should be curled forward. Press down and out. And move to the back. Press back and down. Keep your wrists bent forward. Okay, now move towards that back corner as much as you can. One arm out, the other one up of your forehead. And bring your hands in and straight up in the air. One up and twisted, the other straight out towards the floor. Okay, now bring your arm down and take it straight back as far as you can go. With your arm, your wrist cocked, and your other hand on your elbow. Okay, now come back forward again and just relax. Take some nice deep breaths. And now take your hands down to your legs, up and together over your head. Now bring your hands down and let your knees come up straight. Good. Okay, shake it out a little bit. I don't know what the time is, but I think we'll do our last breathing exercise and call it a day. This is the one that we call eating the sun. So just, again, put your feet shoulder width apart. We're going to raise our hands up, palms up to about shoulder height. Turn over and go down, and bend your knees as you go down. Curl your hands into your belly button, up your chest to your chin, straight out in front of you, out to both sides slowly, up above your head, and then arms down and legs up. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. And out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. And out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. And out. And relax. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. We'll have another session next Saturday at the same time. So until then, stay healthy and keep moving. So thank you, everybody.